much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Washington football team.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Jamal Agnew now to return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Stafford. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Makes the score Lions 7. Washington.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory. Coughs up the football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Stafford going to lead with Swift on the draw. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
6-yard line.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because...
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. but 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll throw. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter, and the Lions are able to grow their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And this one's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And this one will be brought back to the 22. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
He was brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
The score, Lions 21, Washington.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the return. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They should be better with the football on this possession.
So it didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his...
The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Well, that's going to change the course of things. They had a good drive work and a chance to really open things up here in the first quarter. Instead, the defense, they got exactly what they needed.
Yeah, they certainly did, because making that type of a play gives them confidence moving forward and maybe makes them a little more reticent on the offensive side of the ball.
Because if the touchdown had gone the other way, this thing could have started to get ugly early. Fielded near the back of the end zone. He'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up
from just shy of midfield. Stafford. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
For the extra point.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10. At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
The tackle made.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Formation for the Lions.
And he's able to get it out of there. They'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score all tied.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Haskins. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Flush to his right. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Lions' 11-yard line.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Dwayne Haskins. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
This Washington 28, Lions 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of 1st downs. And hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Stafford. He'll let it go deep for... And this is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
28 all.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
Makes the tackle.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On the draw, they go to Geis. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Tight coverage that time by Miles Killebrew.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Operating from the gun. Stafford is going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And now it's 2nd down. To throw again. Stafford. Another throw for Galladay. This one complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. Stafford looks to throw again. Got an open man. It's Foster. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
First and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
Well, he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington has once again taken the lead.
The kick is
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
On first down at Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Foster. That's caught at the 25. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Lions. 62 yards.
goal at the 3-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now it's Stafford. Gallinay's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
He was brought down.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
It's third and goal.
The final shot before the break. Stanford. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
And 5.
They go play action now. Haskins flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and get him with Geis. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 17.
Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. Stafford steps away to his left. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Jay Hawkinson.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And 10 yards to go.
From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10.
At about the 32. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Haskins will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. It depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it. But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Oh, and now movement and a wrestle. They may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
44-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it
very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And a 42-yard line here and brought down there.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Tackle made at his
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford, he'll get this one to Galladay.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
20-yard line.
And at the 20-yard line.
Here's Kerryon Johnson, 3rd-year man from Auburn.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
And goal to go.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
Throwing again, Stafford. but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
It's 4th and goal.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over first.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
5-yard line.
They start on the ground with Geis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deron Harmon. Well, you're leading in the 4th quarter. That's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now here's another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick 6. That's complete to his tight end Sprinkle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
On the play.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Geis, they'll try to run it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
for just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They run with Geis. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jeremy Sprinkle, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington able to make this a close game again.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Chase Young.
Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Robert Foster, 54 yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Lions 66, Washington 52.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown.
Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And Washington has made this a one-score game.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Lions 66, Washington 59. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away.
That catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Stafford on 1st down. Open man is Galladay, complete. All the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
On 1st down, Swift, and a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
6-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here's Swift.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he's gone 2-2 on us now. At 2 receiving touchdowns, now his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And that's the back of the NFL nowadays, isn't it? The ability to do everything. You can't just be one or the other. The best ones, able to run it, catch it, and produce big-time points put on the board by him.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking this...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
Swift, the ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift there to make the grab. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
The score, Lions 80, Washington 59.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That one is slant to McLaurin.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete to Terry.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Haskins going to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
It's now.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Lions take over 1st.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.